Hi, it's Andrew here and welcome to the Our Internet Secrets website. I just got off the phone from talking to Yaro Starik. Yaro is one of our faculty members in Our Internet Secrets, and he's probably most famous for his blog Entrepreneur's Journey. He's been very successful in that and taught many people how to do successful blogging all around the world. But what Yaro was talking about today was the 7 steps to a successful podcast interview. Yaro's really built his business in the initial days around doing podcast interviews, and he would basically find successful people on his subject, and he'd go out and interview them, create an MP3 file, and convert that into a podcast that he'd have published through iTunes and a number of other different medias that are out there. And over time, he's built up hours and hours and hours of content talking to successful people on his subject, and he's been really quite dramatically successful in that area. Now, Yaro took us through a number of key steps for this to be successful in doing the interview and putting the interview together. Just to touch on a couple of the things that he covered, he really went through the hardware and software that you need, and it was quite interesting that you really don't need too much to get going. And he talked about how he just started with literally a basic little MP3 player which had a built-in mic, and he used to just record on that, and he built up from there. And these days he's a little bit more sophisticated than that, and he explained exactly what he did on the call. He also talked about how to convince famous people to get on your podcast, and well, it was very interesting that Yaro was able to set his sights high on people that he wanted to get to interview, particularly in his niche. And so he would target the key people, and he might not know them, but he set a plan together on how to get to know people who knew them and they could refer on and so on. So great strategies that Yaro shared with how to get famous people to come on your site. And he also talked about the types of questions and how to get people to answer the questions that you want and how to structure your interview. The main thing he talks about here, though, in this area is that you need them to explain their secrets to success, in a step-by-step fashion, what they did to be successful in the area that people are wanting to know about. So there are lots of cool things that Yaro covered in this topic about how to do a successful podcast interview. If you've got a moment and you're a member of Our Internet Secrets, take the time, log in and have a listen to this call. I don't think you'll regret it, as Yaro Starik shares some of the key information about successful podcast interviews. Talk to you soon. Bye.